How's it going?
Yeah, welcome back to this week's episode of Legion of Geeks. Sean, how you doing, bud? Feel like
Doing
we
better right
haven't.
now, man. Work was nuts, so I'm
Oh man, let's see.
pouring
I
pouring a cold one.
have the same thing going down. I have a big ass. Actually, again from last week, a therapist again. I
Dude,
feel like that was really good. It was good talking juice.
yeah, it's therapy. So it's
Oh,
perfect.
dude, absolutely.
Um well yeah, guys, welcome on in. We're doing, as you guys can see, it's right there. Pick your own
Yeah,
Justice League. So Marcus, you ready, dude?
yeah. Just a little bit of background. We were just. I know that you had been getting into a little bit deeper into DC as of late, because I know you were pretty huge Marvel guy, right? And then now that we're doing this, you kind of just were brushing up on some of the other DC characters, and just thought it would be fun that we can, you know, pick a Justice League that's not the main people. So, you know, no Batman, no Superman, no Wonder Woman, no Green Lantern, no Aquaman.
Yeah, none of
So
the usual
everybody,
suspects.
yeah. So I thought it'd be fun to just dive deep and explore some of the other characters that DC has to offer because DC has some incredible characters, really good stuff. So let's get in it, man.
Yeah,
Let's pick
dude.
our own
And
Justice League.
when just real quick, so when Marcus, when you're saying like I dove into DC, dude, I've caught up a shit ton, but these doing homework for these characters, like I've
Hmm.
learned so much more. And dude, yeah, it's changed my perspective on DC, so I'm super stoked for this. All right, dude, we didn't talk about it, but do you want to go one pick, like my pick, your pick, my pick, your pick, or do you
Let's do
think
it.
going the whole teams? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't feel like talking for like 35 minutes straight, so let's do the one each.
All right, dude.
um, yeah, let's do it, man.
All right,
You know what? You go first.
all right, perfect.
You
I
go
was gonna
first.
say I can go first,
Yeah, hit
because
us
I
with it,
know
dude.
still catching your breath a little bit, but all right. So first off, we're going with the oldest. I'm pretty sure he's the oldest guy on my roster. As I'm saying it now, I'm questioning myself. Oh, he's actually not. So this guy's gonna be my leader. He debuted in April 1958 in Adventure Comics number 247. Long ass time ago. This dude's been around a while, and he was a natural leader. We're going my boy, Cosmic Boy. So
Wow. Holy
yeah,
shit! Talk about picking like going deep into the bag of DC.
bro,
Dude,
I'm
look at
telling
that
you,
animation.
yeah, it's this dude is unheard of. A lot of these people on my list are unheard of, but I tried to do my homework, just thinking of the unusual suspects for Justice League. And
Right.
so as a Marvel translation for those like me that are like, mostly Marvel and catching up on DC, this dude is the DC equivalent of Magneto. And like so he can manipulate, repel, attract metal objects. Apparently he's been known to pull large iron meteors and satellites from space, dude. So we're talking about some massive power. But the reason why I got him on my team is because he was the founding member and leader of the Legion of Superheroes, which was an early super group. I don't know if it predates Justice League, but yeah, it was a different set of heroes. And so I looked for a leader. I feel like he's like the Batman equivalent, kind of the backbone, kind of the real mind behind whatever the group's doing. So that's my first pick right out the gates.
You said he's got like Magneto like qualities. You mentioned he was throwing in like satellites and shit
Bro.
as part of like battle, just like getting satellites and just like
Yeah.
hammering people with them.
Yeah, just check, if he needs something big to weigh somebody down, doesn't want to grab a building or something with people in it. The
Hmm.
dude grabs satellites from space, bro. Like it's just nuts. It
That's
blows my
crazy.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
it's
that's a
like
really
I was gonna say it's like the imagery of like Thanos, pulling down the moon to crush Tony Stark and Doctor Strange and shit. So
Can he fly? It looks like he's flying in that photo that you
Yeah.
put.
Yeah, so he fly much like Magneto flies, it's really like levitating, but
Sure.
yeah, he can definitely float.
Which makes sense, you know, the Earth's magnetic fields and stuff. That's just how they can levitate.
Yeah, just repel yourself away from it.
Yeah. Good call, dude. That's a fuck. I wouldn't have even thought of putting him on the team.
Bro, my
It's such an old pick.
I feel like my list is gonna be a bunch of surprises and randoms because I tried to dig deep. Full disclosure, I saw Marcus's list to make these animations, and like, dude, you drove me to dig deep because I was like, oh, dude, your team's pretty badass. Not gonna lie. So
Well, shit. I mean, yeah. I mean, everybody. I feel like you're about to just blow me away with people that I've never even heard of before.
it's dude, it was a ton of people that I've never even heard of, but I barely know DC. So we'll
Yeah,
see, dude.
it's a good first pick, man.
Thanks, dude.
I
Thanks,
love the outfit, like the color of the outfit too.
bro.
Is that
Hella
is that typically his outfit the entire time?
yeah. There's some updated ones I saw. For these drawings, I tried to get something that was kind of full body, and lately, you know, when I say lately, dude, the past 30 years, like comic book covers have been like a ton of action and stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
he still has the black and pink kind of theme in some of the newer ones. But dude, yeah, he's pretty solid black and pink, full blown uniform. No helmet like Magneto, but
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's pretty like he if he can deflect anything coming at his face, dude, why not show off that beautiful hair, bro?
Look at, I mean, I love the salmon. It's like a salmon color. Like they're
Hmm.
not afraid to just bust out the salmon pink. Way
Yeah.
back in the day. When did you say that was? It was like one of DC's first characters.
Yeah, it was April 1958. So
Fuck,
it was
man.
a long time ago, dude. So flaunting salmon
I know that's a bold choice
back in the
back
late
then.
50s, yeah. For sure, dude. He didn't give
Awesome.
a fuck.
Nah, neither did you with that
Yeah.
pick.
Well, shit, dude. Let me see
Cool.
your first pick.
Yeah. Which one am I gonna pick first, man? I have five peeps here. I think I'm gonna go with my first member. I'm gonna go with Jessica Cruz. There
Yeah.
she is. So, you know, instead of having Hal Jordan be on the team, I wanted to have a Green Lantern on my team because Green Lanterns are some of the most powerful beings in the universe. The idea of just being able to come up with anything that you could think of as a weapon, as protection, as whatever you need it to be. And basically, you know, as strong as your will is, that's how strong that you can become, right? And so having a lantern on my team just seemed to make sense. Since Hal Jordan wasn't going to be able to be on my team, I wanted to go with Jessica Cruz. She's been more popular recently as part of like the New 52. One of the reasons I did choose her is because, I mean, aside from her being a lantern, one of the recent storylines for Justice League Odyssey, there's an issue, it's number 14, where Darkseid is on Earth and he's just running through people, right? Just mowing them down. And she's the only one left and she stands up to him, right? But he easily takes her out. Like it was no questions asked. He took her out, right? It was
Hmm.
almost like the Infinity War scene where Thanos came and he was just taking people out and nobody was a match for him at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When he was coming for Vision, it was the same thing as that. So imagine that scene, right? He goes up to try and take her out with his Omega Beam, and she puts her arm up to try and block it. The same arm that has the ring on,
Hmm.
and as the Omega Beam hits the ring, it explodes, right? And it kind of just like shards of it go inside of her body.
Oh shit.
She dies, but because she got infused with the rings or the rings magic, um, it like took in some of the Omega Beam's power too. And what it ended up doing was it like started regenerating her. And so she came back to life and she was able to heal herself after that. And she also got the ability to also use Omega Beams as well.
Oh my
And
god, dude. Of
so,
course.
yeah. So after that, she had not only did she have the power of a Green Lantern, but she's also has the power like what that Darkseid has, and is able to use the Omega Beams on her side. And so having that sort of power on my team was exactly why I wanted to have her. Um, there's no reason not to. It's a no brainer.
Yeah, that sounds insane, dude. Like that sounds like a super Green Lantern, which dude, that's
Yeah, she's
fucking
like
nuts.
one of the most powerful beings in the whole universe now.
Yeah, dude, that's yeah, she doesn't need the whole Green Lantern Corp or anything, dude. Like that's insane. To be able to have the Omega beam like at your disposal on top
Yeah,
of everything else that comes with being a Green Lantern. And
yeah,
then
totally.
dude, and then being able to I don't know if she's still able to regenerate herself or if it was a one-time thing, but fuck, dude.
It was just it's like because I mean, DC does these like one-off stories, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just because Darkseid died in a one alternate storyline, he's not like dead forever. So I don't think in the current main timeline that she has these abilities, but the fact that that was even presented as a possibility, um, is just like that's the version that I want on my team.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking nuts, man. Wow, that's yeah. When I saw her and started learning about her and read about her,
Yeah,
I was just like, holy shit. Yeah, that's definitely a better pick than Hal Jordan to be to be on Justice League. Like,
yeah,
no
dude.
doubt, dude. Hal
Yeah,
Jordan's just purely in it. I feel like because he's like a just like an adrenaline junkie, and then he has these superpowers. But to have somebody who now is like powered beyond like what the Green Lantern is, and I feel like her story's like a pretty good story. So she's actually being a hero for a little bit of the right reasons. So
sure.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
fucking
She's not so much of a like pompous asshole like he is,
exactly.
like, where he just keeps running his mouth.
Yeah, dude. Exactly.
um, so yeah, dude, and also, she's the only female on my team,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, I wanted to start with her because I mean she's probably one of the more powerful people.
Yeah, that's a good choice, dude. Well, I'll see your Jessica Cruz, and
Ooh, you're gonna raise me?
yeah, I'll raise you a Power Girl, dude.
Oh,
From
okay.
the new 52 storyline, purely based on aesthetics, because I think it's ridiculous how how Power Girl used to be. If you guys haven't, if you guys aren't aware of Power Girl, like she was always shown as like it's just like huge rack, and then like cleavage everywhere, and it's just
Don't be
like, dude, it's like what?
that's so stereotypical from comic books, just like
Super
just giant drugs.
stereotypical. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I thought she'd be a dope pick. Because one thing I still kind of dislike about DC, and feel free to hate me for it, but like, I hate when they just have like because Power Girl, I'm like running different tangents, but Power Girl is basically she's a biological cousin of Superman. And so like when DC has like female characters that are similar to males, they have a tendency to go, oh, like Batgirl or even Supergirl, Superboy. Like it's just like
right.
they just,
Just piggybacking off of existing strong male characters.
exactly, dude. You put it into a nice concise package. But that's what I was trying to say. But yeah, so Power Girl, brand new character in her own right, doesn't even use the same she doesn't use the same like costume or same colors like a lot of the other ones I mentioned do. But
Yeah,
she's dude, her super strength, flight, super speed, basically everything that Superman has, because she's also a Kryptonian. Um, dude, it's just a no-brainer to have one of those like super like Omega powered um just heroes because it's
yeah,
like it's so overpowered, but at the same time it's like you better have a hero with that power because there's plenty of bad guys with that power too.
totally. Yeah, I like the just going off of purely like aesthetics. Like I like the all white, and that's pretty cool.
Super
With
clean.
just the red.
Yeah,
I like that the blue is only accident in like the gloves.
yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
pretty cool. It's a
it's
nice
a
touch.
it's a nice touch. It's a nice opposite of Superman's all blue and red. So
Yeah, yeah.
her
Uh,
old costume is dope. It's just like it's just like total just cleavage. Like trying to find an image that's like safe for stream, dude.
that's not porn.
Yeah, that's not cosplay porn. That's not like yeah something crazy, dude. That was the true test, and like what took the longest was setting this whole thing up.
Yeah. Is since she's Kryptonian, does she have the same weaknesses then I would think as like Superman, so kryptonite?
Yeah, I think so. That's one thing I actually wasn't able to find, which is weird, but I would assume so. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you guys know better, let us know about her weaknesses. But I mean, dude, there's so many ways around. Like, if your only weakness is like crystal, like we've seen it put in the suits and stuff. But yeah, it's something that everybody else on the team can help you out with for sure.
Yeah, what is she holding? What is that in her hand? Looks
uh,
like a what is that? Like a rock?
no, no, no. That's part of Cosmic Boy.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me hide him a bit. Yeah.
It looked like dude, that was like perfect. It looks like he was holding something.
Yeah,
Cool,
I
man. Yeah,
did
that's
I did the art for them to all like hold each other and be like one big image. No, I'm just
dude,
kidding.
I bet you probably did because you're really good at that.
I'm slacking, dude. No, I don't
Yeah.
have that kind of time.
Good pick, man. Yeah, I've honestly, dude, I've never even heard of Power Girl before.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
so
dude.
that's I have to look into that a little bit more just to
Yeah.
see like the differences and like how her story came to be.
Yeah, it seems pretty dope. And in the new 52 series, she's actually teaming up with um oh my gosh, I think is it Black Canary? I think
Yeah,
they're
Black
teaming
Canary.
up and they're kind of a duo, I think, in the new 52.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was gonna dig into that story too. It seems pretty dope.
Yeah, dude, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Good pick, man. Yeah, two
Thanks,
people
dude.
that I mean, you got me with two of them. I didn't know either of them, so
Bro,
there's
and
that. Yeah,
it
you're on a
just gets
roll.
weirder, dude.
Does it?
Yeah. It does.
Please tell me you have the question.
No, actually I do
Okay,
not. I
'cause
do
I
not.
did that. I did one of those on the Heroes and Brew show.
Oh,
I
okay.
brought the question out, and that kind of threw everybody off. Everybody's like, "What?" You're just digging through trash and like a big conspiracy theorist.
Oh, dude.
Um, it's so weird. He's like a dumpster diver, and he's just got all these like wild theories about how the world is out to get him, and but he's also like really smart, and he's a really good detective too.
Dude, that
So he ends up helping them out a lot, but they think he's a fucking wacko though, like the
yeah,
entire Justice League.
the whole time they just shove him aside and then bring him in. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
we can't figure it out.
yeah, dude, just like go rummage through the trash out there and come back later. That's
Dude,
just him. So
that'd be hella fun to see on the live screen for sure.
yeah, dude, that's what we were talking about last time. We thought that that'd be just hilarious. It's
Yeah.
like a really fun take on an odd character.
Yeah.
Like it seems like he would fit in on Doom Patrol.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know?
Yeah. It would be yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm surprised they haven't used him then. But yeah, they kind of
I
have
hope
a
so.
they kind of have that guy, one of the mystical guys, but he reminds me of one guy on your list, so I won't mention it. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
All right. Shall we?
indeed, man. What's up next? Who else you got?
Who's next? Who do I want to pick out next? Okay. Let's go with John Constantine. That's going to be my next pick.
Oh yeah.
Um so I wanted to try to round out the team with some different dimensions and different aspects. And so Constantine is all magic, right? His guys like his use is dark magic. So he's got expert knowledge of all that stuff, telekinesis, pyrokinesis, illusion projection, teleportation, genius level intellect, right? So he's super, super smart, really good tactician. But he's also kind of like a master manipulator too. He's kind of a dick sometimes. He's a huge con artist, but at that same point, he's like a really good detective because that's what makes him a good detective. He's able to just con people and manipulate people. He's also really good at hand-to-hand combat too. Um, and the reason why I wanted him on the team was because he actually was the leader of the Justice League Dark for a while. And they actually have an animated movie. If you haven't seen it, it's on HBO Max. You should check it out, dude. It's pretty sick. Um, he was the leader for a while until Zatanna took over for him. But they knew each other for a while. They actually had a relationship for a little while until he killed her dad on accident from one of his spells.
Of course, on accident.
Yeah, on accident. Um, I would say that I think probably one of my favorite storylines from him is in the Hellblazer series. The story was called Dangerous Habits, and it was exploring him dying from lung cancer. So not all the demons and crazy hell people that he would face, like those didn't kill him, but he
Something
found out he was getting
internal.
lung cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he had to like consider his own existence and what he's accomplished in his life so far. It was just really like a personal story, and it was really good. And that was actually the inspiration for the Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves.
Oh
Because
shit.
that's I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, dude, that movie was awesome. Um, I'm sad that they never did a sequel to that.
Yeah, same. It
But
was a great
um,
setup. What was it? It wasn't a DC movie though, right? It was just a inspiration of it.
yeah, so it wasn't. I don't think it says DC in the beginning. I don't think it was part of that. Unless it was. God,
Cause
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
that'd be fucking nuts, dude.
That'd
Keanu
be cool
Reeves
to
just
watch again.
pops out like in somewhere else in the Snyderverse. Oh,
Yeah,
we're
totally.
losing you.
Oh no, I'm going
Your
away.
your camera good?
Yeah, on Discord I can see it. Just it's all good.
It's tripping. Okay, on
Just
my end
tripping
it's
out.
tripping. Yeah. Uh
Oh, is it?
yeah, it's on the
Let me
stream too.
turn it back on.
There you go. All right, you're back in.
There we go.
Constantine's fucking
Troubleshooting
with
on
you,
the
dude.
fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, dude. I started talking about Constantine and my shit started messing up.
It's either Constantine or Keanu Reeves. He's coming after you, bro.
Dude, I don't want Keanu Reeves to come after me. That would be fucked up.
And then he could be
It's like who's
Constantine or
coming?
John Wick,
Yeah,
bro.
either or is terrifying. Like I
Yeah,
stand no shot.
that's such a sick pick, dude. I'm aware of Constantine, and that's who actually I was gonna say. Reminds me of the question. There's that dude on Doom Patrol who shows up and just has the weirdest magic shit. Um, if you guys haven't watched Doom Patrol, I forget the dude's name. It's escaping me, but he'll show up and then he pulls like a cigarette butt out, and he was like, one of the latest episodes I just saw was he's like, oh, this is a cigarette that James Dean had, right before he died, and then he uses that. Somehow there's magic to it, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? Just pulls random shit from like history, dude. Like,
Yeah.
like, but it's pretty dope.
Um yeah, dude. And so like I also wanted to have magic on the team too, because a lot of the most powerful beings in DC, oftentimes they seem invulnerable, but their weakness is magic. So it's just good to have somebody that's got that ability on the team. It's
100%.
like Superman, one of his I mean, he's not, vulnerable to anything except for kryptonite, but also magic as well.
Yeah,
So it's just that's how DC likes to play their things, like give really, really powerful beings. I mean, they have to be vulnerable to something, right? So it's magic is part of that. And so that's why he needs to be a part of the team, just so that way we have that area covered.
100%, dude. And like with magic and sorcerers and shit, like what people don't realize is like you can constantly learn new shit. Like what other superpower can you constantly grow and learn? Like
Oh, totally.
magic's
Yeah.
constantly evolving, and sorcery, and like it's funny because it's used a lot in storytelling as like how to close a loop. Like if something seems like it's impossible to solve, it's like, oh, magic. So hell yeah, dude, you need a sorcerer or some type of magic character on to round out your team, dude. It's a great
Yeah.
fucking pick. And it also kind of,
Makes
even
sense.
though, is he human or not?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's
So
definitely human. He's British. He's a British guy.
yeah, so the big thing I struggled with making my team is like trying to bring in somebody who's human, because that also humanizes it. Like all these people, if we
Right.
get superpowered people from other planets, it's like, why would they save like like our world? Like they don't care, dude.
Sure. There's got to
So
be something that grounds them or tethers them to this world, so that way they care and they give a shit enough to want to save it.
exactly, dude, exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
So, dude, our two people couldn't be more different from each other.
bro,
This
yeah,
is great. I love it. I love it.
me too, dude. I'm super stoked because I think they extremely different, but at the same time, like they're both really fucking good, and it would actually be awesome to see them head to head, which would be nuts. And like I have no idea how any of it would work or who would win, but I
Yeah,
think
totally.
both of our teams so far are giving Justice League a run for their money, dude.
Oh yeah. But especially when the rest of these people come out. So Let's
100
press forward, my friend. What do you got next? What's
100%,
number
dude.
3?
All right, I'm let's see, who do I want to bring out? Um all right, I'll bring out, so my next pick is um kind of familiar, but different at the same time. So I'm bringing out good old Aqualad. Um,
Aqualad. Okay.
so
Most
he,
recently explored in Titans, yeah, on the TV show.
yeah, dude, he's pretty dope, man. And you know, these newer characters, 'cause he's, of course, I say newer characters, and he's one of the oldest too. I had no idea he existed, but he came out in 1938. I
What the
thought,
fuck?
yeah, dude, 1938
Really?
in Adventure Comics number 269. But the one that I was familiar with, I think, was from New 52 or Titans. But he's son of, the one I'm talking about is the son of Black Manta, which is actually like one of Aquaman's like biggest foes.
Yeah. Yep.
But he became a student under Aquaman, and even learned, he's also, you know, on top of like having the typical Atlantean powers, he's also sorcerer based, and he learned a lot of his magic from Queen Mara. And he actually knows more magic and sorcery than Aquaman, which I thought was nuts. But it's a fun little Easter egg that Queen Mara knows more magic than Aquaman. Um, and so with her as his teacher, like, he learned a lot more than Aquaman could have ever taught him. But figured he brings a youthfulness, even though he
Yeah.
came out in
Even though he's
1938.
6 billion years old, and I had no idea until just now.
But
That's
dude,
crazy, dude.
it's pretty nuts, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had no idea until I started to do my research. I was like, holy shit, like, you know, he came out way back in the day, but I only heard of him recently.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's super fast on land and in water. Because one of my big things is I when I was looking at characters, I started off with a list of like 20, dude. And I was like, okay, you know, this person, what does this person solve that this person doesn't? I didn't do a full on bracket, but it was pretty damn close. And
Yeah.
I was like, well, dude, the fucking planet's like 90% water. So it's like, what the fuck? What if something happens in the
That
ocean,
makes
dude?
perfect sense.
You need somebody down there. And then also, you know, transportation, the other shit that like the ocean can offer. But you know, just like Aquaman, he speaks hella languages, speaks to animals, um, enhanced reflexes, just stamina, just, yeah, and he has hydrokinesis, which is controlling water, you know, with your mind, and then also marine telepathy. So, you know, psychically telling, and like he can organize an attack, you know, from the other side of the world through like animals interpreting it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fucking crazy, dude. But yeah, I thought he'd be
Homeboy
a
can talk to fish.
exact exactly, dude. And you know, and having a bit of like you know, like, no, he can't fly, but like having somebody who's you know, in the ocean and on the ground running is never a bad thing too.
Totally. What is that, like what is that, a fireball in his hand?
Yeah, it's off of one of the covers of New 52. I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. But it's a pretty sick cover. It's like
Yeah.
it seems like an energy beam, and it seems like it's actually um kind of like telepathically going to other people or animals. It kind of like, that was the center of the comic book cover, and then it kind of went
Sure.
out from there. And a lot of people are just like, you know, the classic like, oh shit, what is that face? Just like, and so it's, yeah, I think it's just like an energy beam, but it seemed pretty sick.
Yeah, dude.
The art style of the New 52 is unbelievable, dude.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Like, I think that's probably some of my favorite art is for
Hmm.
the new, like the new iteration for that stuff. And I like Batman's design a lot. I think that they did a really good job. But just basically everybody gets like a refresh on their suits, but it's not drastically different.
Yeah,
But just
100%.
like the style is just, it feels fresh. You know,
Yeah,
like a fresh take on it.
a fresh take. And like you know, like I said, I think the biggest style change was actually Power Girl, but everybody else just kind of got a like you said, like a refresh and kind of blended in, like we were talking about with fandom, like a little bit of the anime style in with like a classic like comic, so it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, the color choices too. I feel like the colors pop a little bit more.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, dude, let's get into your third.
Oh boy. Okay, let's go with the Atom as my
Oh
third
man.
choice. Yeah,
I'm
man.
I
So
pulled an old one, an old image
nice.
of him.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Um okay, so the thought process behind wanting Adam on the team was just that I'm looking for a little bit of stealth on the team. And if nobody's familiar with Adam, he's the one we can compare him to is Ant-Man in Marvel. So Adam can basically shrink himself down and make himself bigger, shrink himself down to the size of an atom. But also, when he's that small, can still maintain all of his strength as like a regular person. So it's not just he doesn't lose all his strength. But if you need somebody to be covert and shrink down, and not just bulldoze your way through a situation, he can totally do that. And he's also got genius level intellect too, because he's got a PhD in physics. And so it can never hurt to have too much intelligence on your team. Um, but so here's the biggest one, right? One of the bigger reasons that I wanted to choose him, and Darkseid is all over this. Like he's the basis for a lot of the reasons why I picked these people. In the comic storyline, JLA's Rock of Ages, um, Green Arrow and him actually team up to kill Darkseid.
Oh shit.
So the story is that humanity's about to end, right? It's like minutes away from ending. Darkseid's about to win, wipe everybody out. And so as a last ditch effort, Green Arrow shoots a flare arrow at Darkseid and Adam's on it, really small.
Mhm.
And when it explodes, obviously it doesn't do anything to Darkseid, but when it explodes, Adam uses the light as kind of like a cover and he like jumps his way into Darkseid's head through
Oh
his ear.
shit.
And once he's inside, he just basically mangles and beats the shit out of his brain and like kills him. He murders him. So that's it. He's done.
Yeah, dude.
And so, I mean, they were the only two heroes left because Darkseid killed everybody
Yeah,
else. And
that's
so
fucking
that
crazy.
was just their Hail Mary attempt at trying to save the world. And so
Yeah.
they do and they kill them. I mean, obviously that's just like I mentioned before, DC does those kind of off stories. So they're allowed to kill people and in the main storyline they're still alive and stuff. But this is the Adam that I would want on my team, just somebody that's able to do something like that. And, you know, it just was gonna be awesome to have
Yeah,
somebody like him on the team.
even to think of that, dude, that's pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, dude, it makes sense, dude. Great fucking pick.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I like the image that you picked for it.
Yeah, dude, super. Yeah, yeah. He's another hero that's been around forever. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
like
has.
I like this suit, and as you would imagine with him, like a lot of the covers either had him super small or in the midst of being
Yeah,
like very large, like battling somebody.
yeah.
But I also love this vintage suit, dude.
It
Fucking
looks good.
awesome.
It almost looks like Captain America.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, yeah,
Like Cal does, the way
yeah.
that it's covering his face.
The way it sits.
Um, but there's been a couple different iterations of Adam. I think the most popular one has been Ray Porter, or I'm sorry, Ray Palmer. Ray Palmer. Ray Porter is the guy who voiced Darkseid in Justice League.
Oh shit. Easter egg.
But yeah, there you go. I'm nerding out even on myself. Uh, yeah, Ray Palmer is the most biggest one. He was in Legends of Tomorrow on the CW show. He plays Adam on that show.
Oh, sick.
Um, but in the movie in the Zack Snyder Justice League that we saw, the guy working as the scientist, his name is Ryan Choi, the Chinese guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He's also Adam as well.
Oh, okay. So that's who they were setting up.
Yes, they were setting
Damn.
him up.
That would have been sick.
Yeah,
Um,
so a little fun Easter egg for you.
yeah, dude.
Um, like at the end when they gave him the title as like the head of I don't forget what it was. It was Star Lab, so the
Star
head of Star
Labs.
Lab.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that was who he would eventually become if they
Wow.
had continued that.
Dude, yeah. I hope they do. There's still a small chance. Um,
I keep saying that, but the longer time passes, I'm not sure that it's ever going to happen. Just
yeah,
because like Netflix is doing so much stuff with Zack Snyder right now, they're letting him have his own universe and letting him do whatever the hell he wants over there.
yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know that that'll happen, but because WB like just handcuffs him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the crazy part about streaming is, they have the power and the ability to be flexible to just let shit go. They don't really have to answer to too many people.
No,
Um but dude, yeah, great pick. Super
thank you,
covert.
thank you.
I didn't even think about being covert. I don't think anybody on my team is covert, but it's definitely necessary.
I mean,
um
shit, dude. I don't have. I mean, right now Jessica Cruz is the only person with like bullish strength.
I might have weighed more on the side of just power, but
No, it's all
but
good,
it
man.
doesn't it
Don't
doesn't
worry.
solve everything. Like
Don't
that
worry. It's
shit
coming.
with
It's coming.
Darkseid. Yeah. And well shit, dude. I'll just
Yo, number four.
all
What's number
right.
four? What do you got for us?
Speaking of Darkseid,
Oh
um
shit.
no, I'm bringing out where is he? Oh, I'm bringing out Darkseid's son, Orion.
Oh,
Um Savage. He's definitely, you know, he's a hero and he's powered by, trying to kill his dad. So that there's that.
what the
But
fuck is he writing? What is that?
bro, so it is called an A4. Talk about creative yeah, creative vehicle names. So it's and then get this, dude, because I said the same thing as soon as I saw him. But it's
Looks like an
actually
elliptical.
bro, yeah. So he was back in 71, so right at the height of like exercise craze and jazz, like all that shit. Not jazzercise, but a lot of that shit.
That thing is
But
so cool. I bet it probably levitates and floats and fucking flies and everything.
yeah, exactly, dude. So and get this, it's actually an extension of himself.
What? That's
I
crazy.
don't
I don't
know
even know
what I
what that
don't
what to
know
do with that.
I don't know what part is an extension of himself, but it allows
Yeah, right? Like, what does that mean? It
it
fuck
it
he sees a chick and he's excited and it just what does it do? Does it
his
extend?
his
You
A4
know?
extends, bro.
I get
Um
it.
but get this, it's actually it doesn't look like it, but it's a platform that's able to carry like a whole team of people and allows them to fly, fires beams of energy in it.
Oh, like Flash Gordon?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
That thing
yeah.
that he rides in?
Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, I don't think this is part of Flash Gordon, but he can if he has like say he's trying to track down somebody and he has like either a speck of dust or a hair or something, this thing has a little like trap door that can sample the DNA that's in whatever it is, and then it shows you it like shows you which way it went
No
or
way, dude.
tracks it along across long distances. But on top of that, like himself, and that's an extension of himself, so I kind of included it. But he's immortal, super strength, durability, stamina, and I didn't know this about him because I knew like eventually, spoiler alert, eventually like I believe he kills Darkseid in one storyline. And then but he the whole time he's also battling himself to not become too angry because he doesn't want to become Darkseid.
Yeah.
But those times that where he gets angry, he actually transforms into shit. Kind of
Okay.
like kind of like Green Lantern, like energy transforming. He gets
Yeah.
pissed off and then he just becomes this gigantic ball of like anger and energy, dude, and just wipes
That's
out
cool.
everything. So I'm like, okay. And then yeah, and he's also been a leader on a few other teams. So I always think it's good to have at least a few leaders. Let's say Cosmic Boy gets fucking trapped in some shit and then
Yeah.
yeah, Orion, figures out how to get to him and how to rescue him. So kind of another kind of a bulldog, kind of like wild card pissed off dude.
Sure.
Which is always a good thing on a team. I feel like it gives you some heart, some extends of your
Yeah.
A4. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
well, you definitely want to extend your A4. I don't know when you wouldn't want to.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
When would you not want to fly and fire beams of energy out of your A4?
This is gonna be something that I'm gonna use for a while, dude. Like I'm never gonna let this one go.
And nobody else is gonna know what you're talking
I can't wait to tell my girlfriend about this.
about your A4.
Yeah. Um,
Well, yeah, dude.
yeah,
Oh.
great pick, man. I also we hadn't talked about the art, but like I love the suit too.
Mm-hmm.
I love the colors. Um, that helmet, I can't. It's hard to tell from here, but it looks like you remember Mortal Kombat? Shao Kahn,
Yeah.
like the helmet that he wears.
Yeah. It's
Um,
I think his helmet, forget if it's like a bone or a skull, but kind of like that look over.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy's kind of like a mix of like the old school like Ant-Man helmets. But
Yeah.
it's definitely a 70s design, chrome. 70s had a shit ton of chrome and gold everywhere.
Yeah.
So this guy's just blinging up, dude, just jamming around the universe
Yeah, dude.
with his
Look at
extended A4. Just
that.
swinging it out there, dude.
Yeah,
Bright and
he's just
gold
slinging it in front of everybody, right in their face
with a chrome helmet on. Well,
with a
fuck,
helmet
dude.
made of bone.
Let's let's jam try to jam on from the A4 and
Let's
let's
extend the other way.
yeah, exactly. Let's see your fourth pick, dude.
Okay. So my fourth pick is somebody who so up to this point, right? I have Magic, I have I mean Jessica Cruz, like you could say she's powerful, right? So now that she has those powers of the Omega Beam and as well as the Lantern. So she's got some strength, right? Um Adam is the guy that is stealthy but also very smart too. So, I mean he could be he's got his physics smarts, so that's
Yeah,
great. I want that on my team all day. But I need some bigger muscles, and this is where this one comes in. So my fourth person is Spectre.
badass pick,
There he
dude.
is, dude. Apart from the suit being awesome, it's got I mean, he got like the Doctor Doom vibes a little bit,
100%.
with the green like hoodie covering his face a little bit.
Dude,
But oh, go ahead.
I was going to say I don't know if you're familiar with Moon Knight, but I think this is
Yes.
where they stole Moon Knight from for sure.
Oh, dude, totally. I mean, all Marvel does is steal things from DC. Like everything is stolen from DC. Um, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but like, I mean, they should be a little more original, at least
It's
try.
just yeah, but I mean, all like there's two ways about it, right? Is being the first or being the best. And so I feel like, and I'm
That's
not
true.
trying to talk shit, but dude, like I didn't know majority of these characters that we're pulling, and
Sure.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's like DC marketing. I don't know what it is, but it's like majority. I feel like general public just knows Marvel shit more for whatever reason, whatever
Because they
deals
they
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 struck.
took them, put them in big blockbuster movies that were successful with really superstar A-list, actors. And because like before Paul Rudd did Ant-Man, nobody knew who the fuck Ant-Man was.
That's
Nobody
true.
cared.
And
And
they leaned into that, dude. They were
yeah,
like, nobody knows
totally.
who he is. So
Yeah, let's just have Paul Rudd play himself and everybody's gonna love it because everybody loves Paul Rudd,
exactly.
you know?
Nobody knows Ant-Man, but they know Paul Rudd.
Yeah, and then now Ant-Man is Paul Rudd. That's what who they think of. And
Dude,
he plays it great
yep.
and I love it. But at this point, Adam and Ant-Man are the same. Well, they were the same, but except at Adam came first.
Yeah.
And so, but I will say that the actor that they got to play Ryan Choi in Zack Snyder's Justice League, I really enjoyed him a lot.
Yeah. He was
He
good.
had
He
a
was
very small part, but he was just like very smooth and
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 quick.
very
Yeah.
cool and witty and quick
Yeah.
with it. Yeah. So he would have been awesome. I would have loved to have seen that.
Same. Same. Yeah. And there's every character, there's a little nuance differences. Uh
Sure.
so yeah, it would have been sick to see him. But yeah, my bad. We derailed it, but let's get to Spectre because he is a
Spectre.
badass.
So Spectre originated. He's one of the older characters too. I mean, it was in the 40s that he first came out for DC, which is a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
Um, so Spectre itself is a godly supernatural entity. And the whole thing behind him is that he stands for people. He wants to help people, right? And but the thing about Spectre is he needs a host. He needs a human host in order to do that. Otherwise, he just can't do anything. So there was this cop, right? A police detective, kind of like a brutish guy. His name was Jim Corrigan. This was the first iteration of it, and him and his wife, they got murdered by some gangsters, I believe it was, and it was like brutal the way he got killed too. They like shoved his body in a barrel and filled it with cement.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and so he died, right? Um, and when his spirit was trying to go to the afterlife refused his spirit.
Oh shit.
I don't even know how that happens, but
Insult to injury, dude.
I know, dude. I mean, he died that way, and then they basically said "fuck you." Um, so he must have been a real piece of shit then in
Yeah.
his life, you know.
That's
But
pretty. That's like he had to do some major bad shit if that's like karma list, because that's horrible, dude.
that's like being a junkie and going to a drug house, and then like them not letting you in. You know? um, so so his spirit was rejected, right, by the afterlife, and he comes back. That's how him and Spectre get infused with each other. He becomes him, and so Spectre, for his abilities, he basically has all of the abilities of a god: manipulation of time and space, manipulation of all matter and energy. He's invulnerable, limitless strength. Because it's limitless, it makes him even more powerful than Superman. Um, and he can alter reality, and so he can basically whatever he can imagine and whatever he wants to do, it happens. He's probably the strongest person in all of DC, which whenever you say that, people say Superman, right? Because that's the one that everybody knows. And he
Yeah.
is, for all, I guess he is one of the strongest people, and you can't really kill him, but sometimes. But Spectre is technically more powerful than him. The only his perceived weakness is that he just needs a human host. So if he doesn't have that, then he's not there. But also, funny enough, he is a little bit vulnerable to magic as well. So one of his things is that if he uses and expenses a very large amount of energy during a fight or a battle to do whatever he needs to do, he will become slightly vulnerable after that, and that's when magic can kind of take over. Um, so I do also like that Constantine is on the team as well, because Spectre is kind of like an anti-hero. So if he were to ever go rogue, I feel like they would have an ace in the
Constantine
hole
kind of,
on the team.
yeah, kind of reel him back.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, but
or
he's
protect him and fight the other, sorcerer or magic guy.
yeah, it works both ways.
Yeah.
But like Batman, I'm trying to have contingency plans. I'm even thinking about my own team turning on each other.
Hey, I didn't even think about that shit. So
I got trust issues, I guess.
yeah,
Um,
that can easily be a nightmare, dude. Already with my team members, like it would just be horrendous and so many casualties. But
yeah, especially with Power Girl and Darkseid Sun.
bro, yeah, right.
He's just extending into her face.
And she is not about it for sure.
No A4, no A4 on the team. They so yeah, I needed some big guns, right? Some big muscle, and he's my guy. He's basically takes the place of Superman on the team.
Super dope, man. Super dope pick. One of the coolest guys, and I think you're right, because in a lot of my research, I came across those like, oh, most powerful DC characters, and I think you're right. I think he's up there, and I want to say I don't remember who was number 2, but Superman I think was number 3, dude. I don't remember who was number 2 was, but I think Spectre's on top, dude. Super badass character.
Yeah, yeah, very cool. They briefly touched on him a little bit in the CW, in the Arrowverse. The Green Arrow becomes Spectre at the end,
What?
before he dies. Oh shit! Whoops. Yeah, sorry guys.
Spoiler
Nobody's seen
alert.
it.
No.
But if you haven't seen it by now, I mean, this shit happened like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, doesn't count anymore.
yeah. Yeah, it was on the Crisis of Infinite Earths storyline that they did, the crossover event.
Yeah.
When Green Arrow passes away,
Dude,
he comes back as Spectre.
this guy, the thing that sucks about the smaller shows, and even some of the streaming shows. There's a smaller budget that comes with it.
Yeah.
Because dude, Spectre would be so sick on like a standalone movie. Just
Yeah,
all the
dude.
special effects and all the just every all of his powers, seeing it properly done would be badass. And
Totally.
a dark gritty story like that would be super sick.
They I feel like HBO Max has an opportunity to kind of pick up on some of these other smaller characters and like just do shows with them. Do like a little
Absolutely.
6-part miniseries, like hour-long
Absolutely.
episodes, and kind of like what Disney Plus is doing with their Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
But just take your time. Like, I mean, DC's doing it a little bit now with Peacemaker that's coming out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like that's cool. That they're doing it with that. But just take some of these lesser known characters and give them their own show. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard, right? Because they want to see how people respond to it. So they knew people responded well to Peacemaker in the movie. So they're like, okay, I feel comfortable greenlighting a show just based around this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, yeah. But
So it would be hard because Spectre's kind of an odd like an odd choice for a main person to carry a show.
yeah. But
But
dude, if he was an
no,
add-on in another show and then people loved him and then pop on and give him his
yeah,
own spin-off, that'd be perfect. And he's interesting enough that you don't need to blow a big budget purely on his powers. So
sure.
it
They
can
should
be
give
go
they
ahead.
should make it like a like because since he's got these godly powers and he's kind of, super invincible, and you would think that like a godly entity like that is sort of monotone and kind of like indifferent towards everything.
Yeah.
But like since he needs a host almost in the same way that Venom does, um like the guy that whoever he takes over, maybe the guy has some like a just kind of like a really grim look on life, but also is kind of like sarcastic and has like these one-liners and is a little bit funny. So you
Yeah.
can add like a sliver of humor to the show, and it would make it more interesting.
100
Um, you know what I
100%.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. It wouldn't be too much of a risk if you have a good main character.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
dude, great fucking pick.
Thanks,
Super
man.
like super powerful. Definitely, dude. Like him and Jessica Cruz are definitely enough power to carry carry a team. Constantine and Adam have their own power, but like they're just both on another level, dude.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I didn't want to just have a team of heavy hitters. I wanted to kind of like think about all the ways that people can contribute to a team.
Yeah, no, great job, dude. Way better, way more well rounded than mine, dude.
But yours is like look at your team. They look. I feel like that is like like almost like a hero version of the Suicide Squad.
Oh
Just
yeah,
like these like lesser known heroes that come together and they're all like oddly and coolly weird in their own way.
I will admit that's kind of the angle I took. Is like
Yeah, you leaned into that for sure.
what are the weirder, lesser known characters? Not necessarily like direct replacements for people on the Justice League, but like people that could carry their own and actually do some damage and be interesting. Because I was thinking too, like they gotta be interesting, internal conflicts too to make a story out of it and shit.
Yeah,
Um,
dude. Thanos, Darkseid's son. Which so yeah, Marvel stole Thanos from Darkseid as well. So there's that too. But um that whole thing is that internal conflict is enough to, be a really interesting point for to carry like a story on a show. Um he doesn't want to be like his dad, and he's trying to it's like the classic like son not wanting to be like their asshole
yeah,
abusive father. And so
and
they're trying to forge their own way, but they're not really sure how to do it. Um just learning how to get through that.
yeah, and I thought the crazy thing about him specifically was like at his most powerful is when I guess this is stereotypical of that story too, but he's at his most powerful when he's mostly like his dad. So I was like, oh
Right.
shit, pretty
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, like when he loses it, he just like it's this fireball,
Just
just like this
fucking
super intense,
yeah,
like nobody can stop him. Like it would
yeah,
be really interesting to see him be a little timid and like not sure of himself.
yeah, like
And but then like then the team is like, why is this guy even here? He's just like really. I don't even see the point of him being here. He's kind of weird.
Yeah.
His dick is always out, and like, and he's
It's
A4
always
and people
gold
left
for
and right.
some reason.
Yeah, yeah. um, but then like if somebody accidentally pisses him off and they see these glimpses of like how powerful he actually could be, and then him learning how to just pull it all together
Yeah.
and learn how to rein all that in. I think that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah. It'd be super crazy to watch. And like a lot of kind of like who I was picking was, was just kind of based on like interesting characters I'd like to watch. So that whole conflict I think would be really sick to see, but we're probably never gonna see it.
That's too bad, dude. Because I feel like that. I would want to see a show that has your characters in it.
Yeah.
Like it would be like I said, it just reminds me of the Suicide Squad, but like the one that just happened, except for heroes instead of villains.
That'd be interesting, dude. Hopefully they do some shit like that. But
Let's send a letter in to DC and see if they can make that happen.
100%, dude. Yeah, we'll crowdsource a letter.
Well, we got to put the question in there too.
Yeah, 100%. He's
He's the
got to be,
dumpster diving.
yeah, the entire time.
Yeah, he's just
Uh,
always going through trash.
but dude, the so that shit would be hilarious. Though, just a running joke.
Yeah,
Um,
like he doesn't actually do anything. He's just always going through trash.
just in the background,
Yeah, just
whatever
shuffling
conflict.
through things. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's
that'd be
hella
awesome.
funny.
But then, like at the end, he would say like the one thing to like piece everything together,
Yeah,
whatever they're trying to solve. He
yeah.
would have the answer for it, but like the entire time, he doesn't do a damn thing.
Like, dude, with your situation with Adam and Green Arrow, he would be the one that be like, "Oh, why don't you put him on the arrow, and then why doesn't he just crawl in his ear and shake his
Yeah, you
brain?"
can see that playing out, like, and
Yeah,
have them just like almost like their jaws drop, and they just like look at each other, like,
you could have
oh,
said that shit before everybody else died. Like,
yeah, exactly.
fucking asshole. Um,
Damn, we got to
well,
make that
fuck.
happen somehow, dude.
Yeah, that would be really good, bro. Um, but let's get it back on the rails just a tiny bit. I was kind of pushing it off because I do have two more, and it was hard to decide between the two. But I'm gonna go with my gut. Uh, so my fifth
Wait, we're
guy,
we're doing 5, are we?
yeah,
We're doing 5. Okay,
the
so this is your main squeeze.
my fifth and final dude.
Okay.
So I have a leader, I have somebody powerful, I have somebody in the water, I have kind of like that mad dog, bulldog, fuck everything up with my A4, my A4 hanging out. So I got that dude, and then the one guy that I feel like I'm missing. There's a few hints of his powers in other people in the team, but I got the big bad Doctor Fate.
Whoa, dude, I was thinking about him. I was
Such a
thinking about him. I'm glad you picked him.
such a beast, dude, and
Look at
like
him.
his and I did look at like their the team aspect, and his suit is just fucking unbelievable, dude.
That is sick, dude. I love
uh,
that. The
quick
color scheme is awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was badass. It was the first, this is the first time I heard of him, like a lot of these guys, but his helmet fucking like caught me. I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then saw his cape and I was like, "Okay, dude, this dude's badass." And just to give people a background, so he's actually hella old too. He debuted in 1940. And like a lot of these characters, there's different iterations. I didn't pick one specifically, but he's basically super magician. He's gone toe to toe with Superman, held his own. His powers are derived from a realm of magic, and he's got a few things. So he's got a powerful amulet of Anubis, cloak of destiny, and a helmet of fate, which is like all this old magic shit that he's pulled together, and they're all those powers combined give him the ability to fly, telekinesis, super strength. He can control the elements, lightning bolts, fire, ice.
Ooh, that's a
He's
good
got
power.
he's got a force field. He's ultra bulletproof from lasers, missiles, energy bolts. Um, but on top of being like bulletproof where things, just bounce off of him.
Yeah.
He has the weird ability to be, it's called a intangibility. So shit can pass through. So if he's like, "Oh, I don't want to
Oh,
I don't want to feel that missile," he just lets it pass through him, which I thought
wow.
having the combination of the two is fucking crazy. Um
Yeah, dude. He's almost like Vision, right? In
yeah.
Marvel, like how he just like kind of just goes transparent and then like everything just goes through him.
Yeah. You try to hit him and your fist gets like stuck
Yeah.
inside of him.
It just
Um
goes. Jesus.
bro.
Sorry, my cat just really wanted my attention.
Yeah, too bad your arm wasn't invisible and just the cat claw
Yeah, I
just
could
went
have
through it.
Dr. Faded him right now.
But dude, on top of that shit, he's telepathic. He casts spells, and then the thing that I think would really help the team, he can have trans-dimensional teleportation, bro. So
But
he can go anywhere, any dimension, at any time, forward in time, back in time, wherever the fuck he wants, dude.
that's
So,
great. That's such a good power to have, man.
bro, to bring the whole team to be like, okay, that didn't work, we fucked it up. Just go back.
Yeah. Or like we did fuck it up. Let's go to a different
Yeah, let's go
universe
to a
where we
different
haven't fucked it up yet.
different dimension, a different Earth. We'll save these people.
That's the thing about DC, dude. They have like Earth 106 billion. You know,
Yeah,
there's just infinite amount of Earths. So
yeah,
which is I some people don't like that. I like that. I like that because then you could have a bunch of different comic storylines and you know like the in certain storylines certain people die. In
yeah,
certain storylines some of them are bad people that are good or some of them are good or that are bad. On Earth 49 Batman is a ninja, you know, but on and then like Earth Prime he's who he is and
yeah,
you're able to tell a bunch of different stories, a bunch of different animators get to animate them different ways. And like I think that that's a really cool aspect that DC has always had over Marvel in terms of comic books. It's kind of hard to pull that off in live action, but I mean they're going to start trying to do that with the
dude.
Flash movie. So
Flash
we'll
movie,
see
and
how
then
they can pull that off.
Flash movie and Batcar and like Bat
In
Dog
that
and
car, yeah,
Crypto and
fucking that
um,
car.
dude, yeah, they
Speaking of my fifth pick,
Kerchow, Batcar. No, dude, that's one thing that like I didn't get about DC, but now I completely understand. Like you're able to just free flow. Nobody gives too much, gives too much crap about tangible storylines and trying to
right?
follow it. And it actually makes it easier to catch up, being
Sure.
somebody who's trying to catch up because it's like, okay, I don't have to start like fucking Star Wars, dude. I don't have to start at like episode 4, watch 4, 5, 6, and then go back, watch 1, 2, 3, and then watch like 7, 8, 9. Like they can happen, differently, and like it's still canon, and it's still like you just don't worry about it as much, um which is fun.
Sure.
And like you said, it gives different people to tell different stories and different people to be bad and good and different ways to animate it, different powers even. So it makes
Yeah,
this
dude,
shit
like
hella fun.
you're an artist and you know you do a lot of different designs and stuff. So I'm sure that would appeal to you as an artist to like say you were doing you know doing the same drawings for a long time and then like you get the ability to draw them a completely different way and it's fine because that's how it just works out. You're drawing for Earth 5 instead of Earth 1.
Yeah.
And so you have a chance to go outside your sandbox and do a little bit something different.
Yeah. Just refresh, dude. Yeah. 100%. It keeps everything fresh always, and everything hella fun. Um, and then having like, so, the artists and comic books can do that. And then having somebody like Dr. Fate who's able to be, if they need him to be, or if they want him to be, they'll bring him from like Earth 63 to like Earth Prime, or like
Yeah,
have multiples of him on one Earth, like coming from different dimensions. So I thought
sure.
that was fucking, that blew my mind. So
Yeah, man, that's great. That's an awesome pick.
yeah,
And it's just the silhouette of the team that you have looks really good too.
I tried to manage them together.
Yeah,
I did have one guy on standby. Like it was hard to decide between the two, but yeah, I like this silhouette. I like this team. I'm going with it, dude. Let's uh
that looks good.
let's see
Yeah,
yours.
great. It's a great
Oh,
team, man. I like it. I like it a lot. It's just different, and
thanks, dude.
everybody kind of in a weird way fits together.
Yeah, that I'm missing a lot of aspects that you brought, like that nobody on my team is gonna be stealthy or incognito, dude. Nobody nobody can sneak anywhere. Um,
No, definitely not.
but
They're all very in your face.
yeah, and if Aqualad's the closest thing to kind of ground us as a team, like he only cares about the oceans, dude. He doesn't care about the 10% of people that are or the 10% of the world that's on land. Fuck
Sure.
it.
Fuck it.
Well, dude,
Oh
let's
boy.
let's
All right.
hear your fifth, and hopefully I got the right. Well, no, they're
You
both
definitely you
physically
definitely did
close
because
to
I
it.
gave you 6 on accident. So um all right. So the one thing that I'm missing on my team is leadership. And we need somebody to bring them together. Because I mean, Ryan Choi could probably do that. I mean, he's very, very smart, but just because you're smart doesn't mean you're a leader, right? And so you need somebody that's got those qualities. And oddly enough, the person that I'm choosing to be the leader of my team, the fifth person, he has no superpowers at all. So you know where I'm
Best
going
way
with
to
this.
ground it. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
man. Let's go.
So I'm going to pick Dick Grayson. Nightwing is going to be the leader of my team, the fifth and final member. Um, I was thinking of the original Justice League, and in the same way that Batman is the leader of the Justice League, he has no powers either, right? But is so smart and is such a good, um, just he's prepared for everything, right? And there's just nothing that he's not prepared for. He's even prepared for his own team members to turn on each other one day. Look at that. He's so
Is
powerful he moves. You see that?
exactly
Everybody watch that?
exactly. He's so prepared that
Nightwing
he
just
can
got up and
shift
walked to the
and
center.
fill the gap. Yeah.
Um, um, but yeah, dude, like, and so I was thinking about my team, and I was like, well, what better way to have, and also this is also a fanboy pick too because I just finished watching Titans, and I very much based my pick off of that iteration of Dick Grayson is the one that's on that show.
It's good,
Um,
dude. It's really
yeah, I
good.
mean, you finished it too. That was a fantastic last episode. Well, I mean, it was cheesy towards the end, but
It's got to have some cheese.
yeah,
It's a superhero show on TV.
yeah. I mean, and the whole season was super dark, so
Yeah.
they needed to end with something positive.
Something a little soft. Yeah, yeah. But no,
Uh,
dude, it's great fucking pick. I still can't
um,
believe the actor's Australian.
I know, right, dude? That was crazy. We were flipping out when we saw that. But reasoning behind this again is he's trained by Batman his whole life, and so he knows all of exactly how he thinks. Batman has trained him to since he was a little boy to do everything that he does, hopefully in a better way. Um, Nightwing isn't as brutal and violent as Batman is, which
Which
is a good thing. Um, he's an incredibly skilled fighter, very 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 smart. He has dealt with a lot of shit, and he has a tenacious will too to get out of things just like Batman does. And he also is a leader of the Titans, so he has
yeah.
leadership experience. He's very very calculated in everything he does. Very good planner, good tactician, and so I already have the power on my team. I got magic, stealth. I got more power with Jessica Cruz, and they just needed somebody to kind of bring them together, and so that's why I went with Nightwing.
Dude, and it's a perfect pick. I personally think he's a better leader than Batman.
It's
Dude,
crazy.
it fucking it
That's a hot take.
rounds out your group so well. Like your shit was so well thought out, dude. Um my shit just looks like I looked for cool costumes, but
Your shit
yeah.
looks like you took mushrooms and then like that's the people that came out of it.
Oh
But
man.
they're so good though in their way. They're like I love the wonkiness of it.
I yeah, dude, I agree, and I would say that I wish that's where my head was at, but no, I would say yeah, dude. I feel like yours is more true to Justice League. I feel like my guys would be more of a group just floating through space, kind of Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of a ruckus wherever they go, but still kind of get along somehow, and or they're almost too powerful, dude. But
They're yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, if you want people that are powerful to save our planet, I would hope so.
yeah, but yeah, I don't have anybody who's really. I mean, I guess so. Cosmic Boy, he was a human before he got his powers, I believe, and then Aqualad is here. But I was gonna say a lot of them could do without the planet, which isn't the best thing to have on a Justice League for the planet. But
Dude, can you imagine if on the news, like on TV, and they're like some cosmic threat is coming to like annihilate our planet, and here are all we have left. And you see fucking Mr. A4 with his fucking extends
you
pointing at
see
the camera.
you see everybody driving off riding on his A4, just everybody on there just jamming away. They're like, all right, we'll see you in the next Earth. Like,
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, everybody will just start drinking and just doing drugs, and they're saying goodbyes.
debauchery.
But then they'll end up, coming together and saving everybody. And
Yeah,
but
in
it
some
is like
goofy ass way.
initially, yeah, they're like this guy in the salmon suit, and then this guy with his extends, and like the aqua lad. He's
Yeah,
talking. This guy's talking to fish.
yeah,
This
this,
other,
this
just
magician knight looking medieval guy.
yeah. So
That's hella funny.
I mean, on when you first look at it, you're like, oh, okay, well, like these guys, but I mean, really, they do fit, and then like
And
I do like how different they all are on your team.
dude, and with your I gotta dump in my sixth.
Oh yeah,
Because we
let's do a like what is it?
runner
Uh,
up.
like runner ups, yeah, that we
Yeah,
didn't pick
so
to make the five.
I had to mention him because of what you were saying about like it looks like it took shrooms and put a team together. Look at
Do it.
this fucking dude. So this is my sixth runner, or like first runner up pick. Wave Rider, baby.
Wave Rider.
Wave Rider,
Nice.
the
Come
extremely unknown, but actually the youngest one on my team, introduced in 1991.
Yeah.
Wave Rider. I think he started out as a human, somehow became a time traveler,
Yeah.
and as a time traveler merged with the time stream. So like
What the? Okay.
his his like physical makeup is like Adam's. They call him something else in DC universe, but it's basically the particles of time. So
Okay.
dude, the most trippiest thing, like look up Google images of this guy. It's like the craziest art. It's fucking blew my mind. I want to read, out of all my dudes, I think I want to read his story. But he was in a comic book run called Armageddon 2001, which had a lot of time travel, to try and save the planet from Armageddon. But
Sure.
his whole powers, he's able to move through time, forward or backward. If he touches somebody, he's able to predict their future or read their past. But on top of that, he can fly, he can be invisible, and he has force blasts. So like the dude is just like all over the spectrum of like colors, and like he can bring teams with him forward or backward in time. So I feel like if they did like fuck shit up, like they'd just be like, "Hey, dude, can we get a redo?" and like just go back in time.
Yeah. Go back and do it again,
So
or if Darkseid's son is extending too much, then they have to go somewhere else. So they
yeah,
have Wave Rider just bring him somewhere else.
yeah, they just transform somewhere. So
Just see
yeah,
that
dude.
being the running joke, like, God damn it, again. Just have him
Yeah,
bring him through time.
yeah,
That's so cool, dude. Yeah, I've never fucking even heard of Wave Runner before.
yeah,
So
dude.
that's great.
Check out the art. It's Wave Rider and then
Oh,
Riders with a
Rider.
Y.
Wave Rider.
Rider. My bad. I gotta
Rider.
enunciate. But yeah, fucking super colorful. The art looks crazy.
Yeah.
Reminds me a lot of like kind of Silver Surfer cosmic art. But
It does. It does. But I like that the use of gold, and also like I don't know what that is. Like it's not his hair, right? Is it
yeah.
just like particles that are following him, or
So
what
yeah,
is that?
so I had to trim it down somehow, but it's almost like static electricity, kind of like when the Flash hits what's his breaking point where he breaks the
Oh, like the speed, like the the speed. Well, he goes to the Speed Force.
Yeah, Speed Force. So
Or
it's
the
like
speed, like yeah,
it was
he says
that.
not to go faster than the speed of light.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's kind of like that, the crackling and the electricity. But the artwork for this cover is unbelievable, dude. It looks like somebody took shrooms and drew it. Somebody super talented. Um, but yeah, dude,
Well,
that
you definitely
was.
took something when you were putting this team together.
I wish, man. But
I
dude,
wish.
but yeah, I feel like he would be a good, round out because I think my team would make a lot of mistakes, and so he'd be able to bring everybody up back and then rectify it.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. That's a good runner up. But I can see why he didn't make the top,
Yeah,
your top five, because I think your top five is perfect the way it was.
yeah.
But yeah, but it's a solid runner up.
Just jam out.
Yeah, jam out. There you go, dude. That's
Gone.
perfect. I feel like
Um,
you're the best at animations. Appreciate you, dude,
it's just thanks, man.
for
It's
making our show
fun.
just a little bit cooler.
This is the
Oh,
shit that I love to do.
yeah, that was perfect. Yeah, the leader of the team, and then all of a sudden he moves, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
Can we get Nightwing to move?
yeah. There you go, dude. He's so
Nice.
fucking smart and talented. He knows how to do that shit.
Yeah,
Um,
he was not going to be denied when I was talking about him as the leader.
no, but
He got up and went to the center.
I had to make room for your sixth pick,
Okay,
dude.
so yeah, I had a runner up too, and we wanted to slap him up there. My runner up for the sixth pick was Mr. Lobo,
Let's give
and
him a
so
little more room.
yeah, so Lobo is a weird pick, and Lobo is, I mean, Lobo. I did this pick on a the other podcast that I used to do for Heroes and Brews, but Lobo is a very interesting character. He is basically invincible too. He can't really die. People have tried killing him all sorts of different ways, and he just keeps coming back to life. Um, he's just an ass kicker. Basically, he's a super badass guy. Um, it's such a weird character too, because there was a story I was telling the other guys on the they did like a Christmas special for Lobo, and he basically what he did was he went to the North Pole, and the gist of this is, and I'm trying to remember, it's been a long time since I was telling that story, but he went to the North Pole and was trying to take down an evil Santa and like these evil elves, and he gets to the North Pole and he just starts mowing down like the North Pole, right? So just
So sick.
blasting away all these elves and the evil Santa,
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus, he's just taking them all out, and he's teamed up with the Justice League before, but he also will not always play nice with them. He's fought Superman a bunch of different times.
Then
Superman can't kill him.
he holds his own against Superman.
Yeah, he fights, and they always come to a stalemate. Superman can't kill him, so I mean that just shows you how powerful he is. So he was, I mean, to have him on the team, he was just going to kind of be an extra source of muscle, just like the guy that you send in to do the suicide part in the beginning to make sure that your main people don't die. You
Yeah.
just have him run, just put his head down, and he just sprints towards the door and just tries to just barrel through, because he can't die. Which, I mean, that's a
It's
good thing to
fun.
have too.
It's
Yeah, it's
fun,
fun.
dude.
Um, but yeah, that was a runner up. I didn't want to. I couldn't find a way to put him on my five.
Yeah. But dude, he is honestly he's one of my favorites on both of
Yeah.
our teams. Because dude, it is so ridiculous. The dude does shit like he doesn't need air to breathe. He doesn't need to eat anything. He doesn't need to sleep. But even though he doesn't need air to breathe, that means he can be in space. And I think he has a motorcycle. He drives through space. He has
Oh, dude, there's
he
been
has a
an
cigar.
episode.
He smokes a cigar in space, and it's like
Yeah,
shit that doesn't
yeah.
make sense, dude.
He's There has been comic issues where he was like riding these space fucking like, what do they call, like, seahorses? Like, it's like a
Yeah,
seahorse, but in space,
yeah.
and
I saw that
it's
shit,
just so
dude.
ridiculous. You
It's
saw
so-
that, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't care
and
what
it's
this
so
says about me,
ridiculous.
but I love that shit, dude. It's so fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's such a stoner thing to go and just, like, to read about that and look at the comics. just go and get high, and then you're just reading the comic, and you're like,
Yeah,
wait, what is he actually doing?
yeah,
Um,
so ridiculous. And I think they were actually near a production, film adaptation of it.
they put him on. Where did they put him on? They put him on a show. It might have been Arrow. I'm not sure. But they did put him on a show. Because I'm trying to remember when I brought him up. I think Ty and Kev were telling me this. They did have him somewhere at some point, and it just never materialized into like a
Yeah,
thing.
and
But it would be cool to see him as like a like a dark comedy. I think it
yeah,
would be perfect for that.
it would be so good. And like the one time that I heard about it being like a possible production, um Jason Momoa wanted to be cast as him, and I was
Oh,
like, bro, that
it
would have
would have been
been
great.
perfect, dude. It was,
That would have been perfect.
yeah, it was, I think he wanted that, and he started to talk about it or create some buzz, and then I think that's when they picked him up for Aquaman. So I'm like, ah, dude, like,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
done right, I think he might have been a better Lobo, even though I love what the take that he took on Aquaman, and like that's a mega blockbuster hit where Lobo may not have been. But dude, he would have
Oh yeah,
been
dude.
perfect, dude.
'Cause that's a very like niche character.
Yeah.
Um, there's not a lot of people that would like if they stayed comic accurate, and because he's like very vulgar and very like aggressive and not family friendly,
Yeah, he's not
so
a
like you can't.
super friend. He's not a super friend
No,
for sure.
no, he's definitely not. He's a very rated R character, like a
Yeah.
hard one too, a hard R.
Yeah,
So
he'd be in a movie with Deathstroke and who else? What was Will Smith's
like
character?
Deadpool, like he would work well with Deadpool.
Dude, yeah. But what? Oh, was it Bloodshot?
Oh, um,
Will Smith from Justice League.
Will Smith?
Yeah, from the first Justice League.
Will Smith was not in Justice League.
In the first one, he was.
No?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's
No,
Bloodshot.
it's
Bloodsport.
Deadshot. He's in
Dead
Suicide Squad.
Deadshot. Oh, not. What was I saying?
He's
Justice
just
League.
in
Oh,
Justice
my
League.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Suicide Squad.
No, all good, all
My
good.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was though. He was in Suicide Squad, the first one.
yeah. So he'd be in a movie with people like that, and I think it would be hilarious. But nobody else would buy a ticket or go to the movie.
I think it would. I think we talked about this with Ty and Kev, but saying that Lobo would be good is like an HBO Max uh like a very stylized animated show,
Yeah,
and have it just be off the rails, like super crazy, just rated R. There's no rating or anything like that. Just
yeah.
no holds barred, anything goes, and
And
like that would be the perfect platform for that.
that'd be perfect. It's a niche market, but I think it would be perfect and gain some traction. So
I think so too.
we
I would
should
watch it.
write that up and send them a letter about that one too.
I'm still trying to get them to approve your Justice League. We need
Maybe,
Mr. Extends.
a sponsorship with Extends. No, possibly after that Suicide Squad game, where it's like kill the Justice League or whatever it is.
Mhm.
These guys just swoop in and clean it up, and then your guys are the actual good guys that take out my quote unquote Justice League good guys, or at least send them to another planet or time zone.
Did you have anybody else that you were thinking about putting on that you didn't?
I had too many people to name. The one that comes to mind was going to be kind of a Batman replacement and kind of ground people, but also the thing that I threw wayside
Yeah.
early on was having money. I feel like it's
Having money?
dude, I feel like having money on Earth is still kind of important to kind of fund everything, but a lot of my characters are cosmic or don't have any reason for any currency. But I was gonna pick Blue Beetle as kind of that replacement.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'm actually excited to see what they're gonna do with that on
Yeah,
HBO Max.
that
The thing that we
storyline
saw.
looks really cool and really fresh.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be awesome. I think that the dude that they picked to play him, he just from the interview that we saw at Fandom, he looks like he's got a lot of charisma.
Yeah,
Looks like he would be able to carry a show
yeah,
on his own.
yeah. It's gonna be a
And
lot of fun.
I think so too, dude. Um,
What about you?
I was thinking because I love to have a speedster on my team, so I
Hmm.
was thinking something like Kid Flash.
Okay.
Um, I didn't want to stick too close to Flash, Flash and Kid Flash though. So I mean, I wanted to try and get away from that family, but
Yeah.
I do like to have speedsters on my team. So I whenever I would pick these teams, pick a team to go steal a bank full of cash. Like obviously you're gonna have a speedster on your team.
Yeah.
Um,
Some
or if
type of
something goes
time.
wrong, like at the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League, you have somebody to kind of like reverse time and you get a do over.
Yeah,
Um,
that was the big point that I filled with my time travelers, but I was thinking that same way too. You gotta have somebody like that.
and so that was the only thing I was thinking of, but I feel good about the five that I picked.
Yeah, me too,
To
dude.
anybody that's in the chat right now, I know there's a couple people in there. If you guys have anybody that you don't see here that is not part of the core Justice League, so no Superman, no Batman, no Wonder Woman, no Flash, no Cyborg, no Aquaman. If you guys have anybody, let us know
Yeah,
who you would pick that you don't see here.
throw it in the comments. Throw it anywhere you see us. Cause yeah, dude, there like you were saying yesterday, there's a ton of people to pick from, and as you can see from our wide catalog, like there's a ton of people that we missed and left off. So yeah,
There
it'd
are
be
really
fun.
weird characters out there that you can pick from.
Yeah,
Just go do a little bit of searching into DC's catalog. You'll find that there's some really weird shit out there.
off
You
off the
know,
wall shit, dude. Yeah,
off the wall
weirder
shit.
than my team. And weirder than Lobo. But yeah, I think we both did good, man. I
I
like both of our teams more than the current Justice League.
I yeah, there's definitely more personality,
Yeah,
but also because we hear the same shit all the time from them. Same story from them. Um, there's just this is a way for it to be a little bit more interesting. Learn
yep.
about some different characters.
This is the fresh
Um,
take they need, man. We gotta write it in,
I mean, any of the ones from Titans too. Like Superboy. We didn't put Superboy up there.
dude. I really wanted to
Donna
put
Troy.
I wanted to put
Um,
crypto in there so bad, dude.
Crypto, dude. Crypto could have been in there.
Yeah,
Starfire.
yeah. They
Uh,
all are worthy, man. They all would be good. Um,
One of the ones that I was thinking that I didn't put in was Red Hood. I wanted Red Hood too,
yeah,
but not the Titans version of Red Hood, but Red in general Red Hood because if you've have you ever seen Under the Red Hood, the animated movie?
no, no,
Dude, you gotta watch that. That is so fucking
good.
good. Yeah, and you'll see that like Red Hood is like he Batman can't even beat him. He's just so good.
Yeah,
Um, and it's awesome. You definitely got to check that out. I would highly recommend that.
yeah, dude. The mix of his training as a Robin with martial arts, and then his weaponry and his guns, super
Yeah,
badass, dude.
and he knows Batman really taught him well. So
Yeah, and dude, I would watch a movie with him on your team. Like, dude, just the banter between him and Constantine and Spectre would be fucking perfect, dude.
yeah, I do like the guy that plays Jason Todd in Titans. I like
Yeah,
him he's kind of like when he's kind of being an asshole and
yeah.
just like
Like the entire time of the show.
yeah. I mean when he's not being whiny and when he's not being a little bitch about things.
Yeah,
Like, do you
he's
remember when
good.
he was sitting in the psychiatrist's office?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where yeah he kind of broke down and kind of and then got didn't he get kind of a little twisted too at the end of it or no?
Well, he got. I mean, yeah, there was just initially because Bruce wanted him to go and he didn't
Yeah,
want to go, and so
yeah,
he was just reluctantly there the first time, and like he didn't say anything, but the camera panned to him, and then they were just showing him right. He was looking out the window, and like the first thing he says was like, "Someone's like fucking French fries in here,"
yeah.
just something like
It's
silly,
perfect,
but
dude.
like funny.
Yeah,
Um,
no, he's a
uh,
great actor.
Yeah, he is, and I'm not sure that they necessarily wrote his version of the character the best way into that show,
Mm-mm.
but by the end of it, you can see because I think, then don't quote me on this, but I think the plan is for him to have his own spin-off show on HBO Max as Red
Oh,
Hood.
they definitely should, dude. He's more than deserving, and I saw a lot of good fan reaction, so I think it would be a smart move, and the dude could carry it for sure. It'd be a fun show to watch, dude.
Yeah, I think towards the end it got a little bit better.
Yeah,
Um, like when he started to feel remorseful for the bad things that he did,
he
and
kept
like
getting more complex and more layers added to him, so
right, yeah. In the
was good.
beginning, it was more like angsty teenager,
Yeah, one
like
dimensional.
yeah, and like it's like all right, dude, I get it. Like you're pissed off at everybody, and
Yeah,
you feel like nobody cares about you, but
yeah,
like towards the end, yeah, after he started realizing that what Crane was doing was wrong, um, and I'm really digressing hard off our topic right now. We're going like now we're doing
it's all
Titan
good.
discussion, um, but yeah, as that started to happen, then I started to be like, oh, okay, because then he really is the anti-hero. He really does like he doesn't want to do bad, but also he'll do what's necessary.
Yeah,
So
and
that's
for his
cool.
own motivations too. His moral compass kind of fluctuates to his wants and needs. So I thought it was done well, like you said at the end. And I think I text you and Ty like after season 2, I was like, man, this kid's like a dumbass. Like this kid's an asshole. And then you guys are like, oh, wait till season 3. And sure as
Yeah.
shit, dude, it just got worse. But yeah, I think he came back from it, and dude, I think it would be a perfect spin-off opportunity. Um, but yeah, dude,
But yeah, that was one of my runner-ups was I was trying to figure out a way to squeeze him in,
I
but
I
I
think
just
your
couldn't do it.
5 I think your 5 are perfect, man. Lobo's unnecessary, but he'd be fun just to
Yeah,
add in.
Lobo is
But
not part of my 5 for anybody that's watching. We just put him in as a runner-up, but
let me just
although that silhouette of the team was very, very nice.
with Lobo.
Yeah, I feel like that's a team right there when you
Yeah.
have him in there. But
And then
yeah, if we're
oh
doing
fuck.
5, then yeah, I'm cool with the 5 I got.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, there it
That
is.
silhouette's pretty good. But yeah, dude, I enjoyed your 5. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my weird 5.
Yeah.
But this is fun, man.
Yeah, this was fun.
Everybody
I
watching, wherever you watch it, let us know your guys' top 5 unusual suspects for your own Justice League, and
yes.
or feel free to pick ours apart and why they're horrible, dude. It's all
Yeah,
welcomed. It's all fun.
if ours sucks, yeah, definitely let us know. If mine sucks bad, then let me know. But this is just kind of just wanted to peel back some of DC's catalog and let you guys know some other characters that might not be as well known.
Yeah,
Sean, you definitely leaned into that and you really let them know. Uh,
thanks, man. That's what
yeah,
I was going for, so I'm glad it came through. Um,
totally.
but yeah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in and joining us.
If
Thanks,
you guys
Mel.
said something in the chat, sorry, but I didn't mean to cut you off. But if
It's
you,
all
you
good.
guys were saying anything in the chat, my thing is not loading right now, so I'm not sure if anybody actually said anything.
Oh,
Um,
Mel just jumped in. She liked Jessica Cruz's costume, and she said for show Keanu. So she's down for it.
okay,
Down to
good.
see Constantine and or John Wick come and whoop your ass as he took out your camera earlier. But
Oh, dude, that's not good. I don't want that to
dude,
happen.
I,
That's
I
not
feel
good.
I feel like a movie where Keanu just plays both characters the entire time would be a lot of fun. I feel like that
Dude, he plays himself every movie. He
that's
is.
very true.
They're casting him as himself,
That's true,
um,
including Matrix.
including The Matrix, and he's got some ridiculous movies out there that I've watched recently that blew my mind. We don't get into it here. We don't have to, but he does some weird. He plays some odd choices
Dude,
sometimes, and he's always himself.
yeah, maybe we can break down Keanu Reeves. We'll
We
do
should
a
break down Keanu
Justice
Reeves in,
League, Justice League of
yeah.
just Keanu Reeves.
Yo, don't tap me, dude. As
Yeah,
we all right.
that'll be
Um,
fun.
cool. Yeah, well, all right. Well, this was awesome, man.
It was a
I
lot of
always like
fun.
I always have a lot of fun doing these hypothetical do pick your own characters for this, do your own that. Something that's not normal, something that's a little different than usual. So these are
Say,
always fun. I loved your choices, dude, and can't wait for the next one.
thanks, man. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It always teaches you something new when you're forcing yourself to kind of think out of the box. So
Yeah.
definitely gonna try and read up more about all these guys. So
Yeah, me
great
too.
picks, man. And thanks everybody for tuning in. This is Legion of
Yeah.
Geeks. we'll see you next week.
We will see you next week. Later, guys.
Peace.